you hold my hand, look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need, and I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer, I wanna stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. Be who you are and you'll be enough. If you're giving me your love, giving me your love.
We are running late this morning. London, lately, this past week, she did decent yesterday, but all the other days, she does not want to get up and get ready. I get up at like 6, maybe a few minutes after 6 when I actually like get out of bed. But I start getting up around 6. And I go in her room and I wake her up and I tell her to get up and get dressed. Takes her a few minutes to like actually get up and come to my room to get dressed. But, you know, the past week, most mornings, she just doesn't want to get up. She sits there and she moans and groans and takes forever to get out of her bed, and then she comes in my room and then she just whines and cries and doesn't get dressed. And literally, like, I start getting her up around 6, and 6:45, 6:50 rolls around and she's still not dressed. She's still just whining. And like, she's still got to brush her teeth, I've got to do her hair, I've got to pack her lunch. Like, there's already been 2 days this week where she wanted me to pack her lunch, but then she refused to actually get up and get ready, and I had to say, okay, not packing your lunch now. I don't have time to pack your lunch. So you're just gonna have to eat what they have at school. We are supposed to leave the house by 7, and it's 7:10 and we just left. Because she would not get dressed this morning. It was 6:50 and she still was not dressed, and I was like, I have to freaking go downstairs and start making your lunch. And I took the hair stuff down with me, thinking that I would just do her hair after she finished. Like, that's the hard part, which I guess I shouldn't have switched. It's like, I have to be upstairs with her when she's getting dressed and everything and waking up, because I have to make sure she's actually getting up. I should have freaking went and actually getting dressed. So I can't go downstairs while she's getting ready to do things, because I have to make sure she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And I took the hair stuff upstairs to try and start, like, you know, doing all that stuff upstairs. But now, and then also I was having to stay upstairs until she was finished getting ready because I had to be there to do her hair. But now I think I'm gonna have to switch and take the hair stuff back downstairs, and that way I can go downstairs a bit earlier to start her lunch and then have to do her hair downstairs. But if she's not getting up and not getting dressed, then it's not gonna help. Like, she's literally taking 45, 50 minutes to even start getting dressed, and then we're rushing in 10 minutes trying to get out the door, and it doesn't freaking work with 3 kids. Like, trying to get out of the house within 10 minutes with 3 kids, it's like impossible. But I find, like, it was like 6:50, and I was like, dude, there's no freaking way, like, I have to go get started. So I took the hair stuff downstairs and I started making her lunch, and she's still like 7 o'clock rolls around and she's still not finished getting dressed. Then she finally comes downstairs and she's like, she has to put her socks and shoes on, so I just quickly sprayed and brushed her hair while she was putting her socks on, because that's all that I could do, and rushed to get in the car. And now we gotta hopefully get there at a decent time, otherwise she's not gonna be able to have breakfast. She does not wake up early enough at home to get ready and eat breakfast and then be at school on time, because she has to be at school by 7:25, or the latest. Well, 7:30 is the latest, but after 7:25 you're supposed to like sign them in at the office, and I'm not doing all that with 3 kids.
When me and Jason wanted to go we don't have to clean up.
You will definitely have to clean up as a grown-up. I'm a grown-up and I clean, don't I? You always have to clean, so you need to just get used to it. When you're an adult, you just have to clean, because otherwise nothing's gonna get clean. What was I saying? Yeah, there's like, she does not get up and get ready and do anything in time to be able to have breakfast at home, but she decided that she would rather start having breakfast at school. Breakfast at school starts at 7:15. It's like 7:15 to 7:30. So, you know, in order, it's a minute until 7:15. In order for her to eat breakfast at school, she needs to be there like pretty close to 7:15 to have time to get to her classroom, get her breakfast, and eat by 7:30. On days like this, when we're running so far behind, it's like you're not really even gonna have time to eat breakfast.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Have a great night.
Bye. I don't like driving away before I see her get into the building, but like, she takes so long to get down the sidewalk. It's almost 11 o'clock. I'm trying to film this day in the life video, but it's kind of like the sick version. Because I'm sick and don't really feel like doing much of anything, so I'm kind of trying to just let myself take it easy to avoid staying sick for longer than, you know, I need to. So I've been trying to like actually let myself rest. I'm literally just making myself some frozen sausage because I don't even know. I kind of want to eat something. there's not a lot of things that are easy to heat up that I like. I don't like leftovers. I don't like a lot of microwave foods. So this is just something that I could easily heat up just for like a quick lunch, quick snack, something. But yeah, anyways, I've just been trying to take it easy this week. Because taking care of 3 kids by yourself when you're sick isn't fun. And I like hope that if I take the few days to let myself rest as much as possible and instead of trying to force myself to still do everything, it would help me to get over the sickness better instead of me forcing myself to do a bunch of stuff and then just dragging it out longer and then me feel bad longer. After I came back from dropping London off this morning, I tried to go back to sleep. I've been trying to go back to sleep after drop off to be able to get more rest, but those two haven't been letting me do that, so I kind of laid in bed for like an hour and then gave up and came downstairs, and I've honestly just been doing a lot of nothing this whole morning. I fed them breakfast and I've basically just been sitting, trying to relax the whole day. But I do want to try and get at least a couple of things done before we have to go get London. I've got to mail something out, but our mailbox doesn't have the little flag on it, so I've got to come drop it off at the post office real quick. Let's see, can I get close enough to not have to get out? Okay. I have to mail something. Wait, why is this aisle backwards? This aisle has the up arrow on the left and the down arrow on the right. That's a little bit backwards. That's a little confusing. Some days I've like stopped and gotten Sonic, like a drink from Sonic, because it's right on the way to the school. I prefer McDonald's sweet tea, but McDonald's is out of the way, whereas Sonic is literally on the way to the school. So I stop at Sonic and get a sweet tea sometimes, and I get a Route 44 sweet tea, which a Route 44 sweet tea is usually like almost $4. And then they were telling me it was like $1.90 something, like it was under $2, and I'm like, what the heck, how is it so cheap? And I've come to realize that I think it's because of happy hour. Like, I don't see signs about happy hour. I don't know the specific happy hour, but I'm assuming that's what it is. It's happy hour, so it's like half-priced drinks. And I stopped yesterday to go to sweet tea, but it was the regular price. But I left a little bit earlier, so it was like $1.55 when I got to Sonic yesterday, and I paid almost $4. So I think happy hour starts at 2. So I was like, man, I really had to be a few minutes too early for that, and had to pay full price. And like, I want to get a drink right now because I didn't bring a drink with me, and I'm gonna get thirsty and my throat hurts, and I don't know, I've been all about just grabbing little sweet treats here and there because I'm very sad. I'm just very sad being by myself and being lonely and like taking care of 3 kids by myself, and everything else, and being sick, and you know, I'm just very sad and lonely and stressed and exhausted and everything. So I'm like, if I can stop and get a drink here and there, like, that's fine. So it's kind of like a quick and easy little treat for myself, just to even help temporarily make me feel better. But it's only 1:52 right now, and I really want to get a drink. I'm gonna need a drink. I know I'm gonna get thirsty. But if I stop now, it's not gonna be happy hour, and I'm gonna be stuck paying full price when in 8 minutes I could get half off. So it's like, I didn't really end up doing much all morning. Basically, I cleaned up the kitchen, and then that's all I've done today. I have a school assignment that I need to do, but I just didn't do it yet. I was going to, and I had got my laptop and brought it over to the chair with me. But then Jace was being really fussy this morning, and then he finally fell asleep. And I wished I could have fallen asleep, but I couldn't take a nap. So I kind of just sat there in the chair and didn't do it. But I need to do it when we get back home. I have to take my final exam for my class. It's the 8th week of the class that I've been taking, which means it's the last week, thank God. I have to take a final exam, but thankfully, once this class ends after Sunday, I have one other thing I have to do for the class by Sunday besides the exam. But after Sunday, once that class ends, I get a little break from school, from my school. I think I'll have about just under a month and a half off, basically. My next classes would start, like my new semester would start in the first week of October. It's a little something to look forward to, is having the next freaking, maybe I should park in a stall and then just wait until 2 o'clock to order. And then once I come back, I'm kind of gonna have to get into my actual major courses, you know? Because the 2 that I've done so far, it's like some of my credits transferred from my early childhood, like some of my general education and my electives did, but not completely. A lot of my credits weren't transferable because they didn't apply, but most of my credits transferred over, but I had to take one more math general education course because, you know, with early childhood, math wasn't a big requirement. I didn't do any math, so I did have to do a math course for general education. And then for some reason, most of the classes are worth 3 credits, and my last associates, I'm pretty sure I needed 6 elective credits, which equals 2 elective classes, and I did like, I don't remember what I did, honestly. But I did 2 electives last time, so I had 6 elective credits that transferred over. But for whatever reason, this degree required 7 elective credits, but like, how am I gonna get 7 credits when, as far as I know, all of the courses are 3 credits apiece? So I ended up having to take a 3rd elective course, which got, well, I think I'm right now doing my elective course. It's like public health or something is the one that I chose. But once I finish this after this week, it'll get me another 3 credits. So that would be 9 credits instead of 7 credits. I don't really understand that, but whatever. So yeah, I did the math to catch up my general education. I did this public health course to catch up my electives, and now all I have left is like the actual degree courses, which is basically just a bunch of science, biology, chemistry, anatomy, like all that stuff. So I chose, I think I did 2 different ones. I think I did biology and chemistry because like you have to do like, it's like 2 biologies, 2 chemistries, blah, blah, blah. But you have to finish the first one before you can do the second one. So it wasn't like I could do biology 1 and biology 2. I have to do biology 1 and finish it before I can move on to biology 2. And so on and so forth. So I believe I did biology and chemistry, but from what I saw, I'm pretty sure, I believe from what I looked at, for some reason, like the biology course, and I don't know if it's all of them or what, but I believe at least the biology course that I signed up for at the least is a 16-week course. Usually all of the courses that I've taken, like usually they are 8-week courses, but when I was registering for my next classes, the biology, I don't know if it's all of the science courses or what, but at least one of them I've noticed is actually a 16-week course, so I don't really know how I feel about that. Like having to push through a course for 4 months instead of 2 months is kind of intimidating, but as soon as I back out is when they answer. I should have just gone to the drive-thru in the first place with how long it's taking them.
I just want to let you know that my ice cream machine is not working, it's not freezing.
Okay, could I just get a Route 44 sweet tea, please?
Alright, anything else?
That'll be it.
193, you can drive around.
Thank you. See, I got half price. It must be like 2 to 4. Ashlyn's new thing lately is unbuckling the top. She doesn't know how to do the bottom, but she keeps unbuckling the top. Like, if we're stopped, like if I'm stopped in a drive-thru for a long period of time, or when we're stopped in the school pickup line, she likes to unbuckle her top and lean out and like mess around and look around and stuff, and I don't really know what to do about that. Because like I explain to them all the time the purpose of a car seat and that it's meant to keep them safe, and it can't keep them safe if they're not buckled correctly all the time. So now I just have to worry, always have to worry about her unbuckling that when we're not parked. Thank you. You too. Got here a little bit late. I like how I left 15 minutes earlier than I usually get here, or than I usually was leaving, and get here 15 minutes later than I used to leave, if that makes sense. Usually I would leave at 2, and now I've started leaving at like 1:45, and I left at 1:45 and didn't get here until 2:50. But I brought my crochet stuff with me today. I shouldn't show that all. I brought my crochet stuff with me today. I need to try and stay on top of it before I run out of time and end up rushing, because I've got like, I technically have like 2 months, but it can fly by really fast, and then next thing you know, it's like you have a couple days and you're nowhere near done. That's what always happens to me. So I'm trying to get it out of the way sooner rather than later this time. And since I've gotten to a point where I don't like have to follow a pattern or anything, it's a little bit easier for me to bring it with. So I might be doing this. I might start doing this while I wait, maybe. And then after I finish, start reading again. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just alternate and read sometimes, crochet sometimes. I don't know. Don't know. I didn't know. activity.
Dance. No! 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 No!
I didn't realize that these were going to be writing prompts. I thought it was going to be multiple choice. The difficult part about this course specifically is I feel like the assignments are rarely ever actually relevant to the course itself. Like, the first question on this final exam is asking about the developmental tasks of young adulthood. We haven't, like, none of the weeks, none of the lessons are about development at all. Like, there's promoting health and wellness, maintaining a healthy weight, drug, alcohol, and tobacco use, cancer and chronic conditions, infectious diseases, informed health consumer, environment and health, and death and dying. Where in that is young adulthood development? This is public health, not development. Well, it's not even public health. Technically, it's wellness, health promotion, and disease prevention. What does that have to do with brain development?
Put it on her chin.
Give me love, give me all your love, give me all your love.